So I'm relaxing in my luxury apartment in Enshade, watching over highlights of when we won the MLS Cup with the Portland Timbers. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Karo, here you are again watching over your own highlights like an absolute narcissist. And yeah, that may be true, but you gotta understand, we have a very important match in the UEFA Europa League playoff against Rangers FC, and I need to lock in and tap in to what I was doing in my whole career, and that is scoring goals and winning cups. So yeah, I was watching my highlights, but I needed to remember what it feels like to win a major tournament. And that is what we set out to do in the UEFA Europa League, where we face off against Rangers FC. And you see here the rest of the bracket. And now we get ready to face off against Rangers in the first match of this tie. And we are the home team for the first match, which puts us at a bit of an advantage. We have the chance to cement a good lead going into the returning leg, which will be at Rangers. And Rangers getting us kicked off here. And we have Montano on the ball. And now we have Ridvan crossing it in. But Kuipers is there to block the cross out. And here we have Kuipers on the ball, passing it to Denis Karo. And Karo with his first touches of the match, passing the ball to Vlap. And Vlap passing it back to Karo. And Karo passing it back to Vlap. And you gotta remember, Karo absolutely hates the snow. And here's Karo now, getting a chance through on goal. And Karo on the ball, unable to have a shot, running right into Butland. And Bruns passing it to Karo. And Karo on the ball, passing it to Vlap. And Vlap running it through to Karo. And Karo now bombing it down the flank. And Karo cutting in. And Karo still on the ball, having a shot. But Butland with another great save. And here's Karo now, crossing in the corner kick. And Vlap unable to put his head on the ball. And Kuipers passing it to Sadilek. Rotz passing it to Karo. And Karo now on the ball, cutting in. And Karo still on the ball, unable to have a shot. And the first half comes to an end. 0-0. And to get us started in the second half, we have Van Wolfswinkel passing it to Karo. And Karo now on the ball. Karo cutting in. Karo cutting back out, passing it to Sadilek. Vlap now passing it to Karo, and Karo is brought down. And that will be a card. And Karo is still down, which could be a bad thing. And here's Karo with the free kick now. Having a shot, but not that good of a shot. Not the worst shot, but not the best shot. Could have been better. It could have been a worse. But that is what we need to be doing. We need to be having shots, taking chances, trying to ensure that we score a goal. And Butland with the goal kick, passing it to Taverner. And Taverner passing it to Proper. And Karo just trying all his power to defend. And Taverner passing it to Czerny. And Czerny with the lobbed pass. But Bruns is there with the stop. Bruns was there with the stop, and Czerny's through on goal. And Czerny having a shot, and Czerny putting it into the back of the net. And we find ourselves down 1-0. And Czerny taking advantage of the opportunity he was given and burying the ball into the back of the net and potentially burying our hopes in the Europa League. And Karo now on the ball with some skill. Karo still on the ball, passing the ball to Kuipers. And Kuipers passing it back to Bruns. And Karo now on the ball. Karo still on the ball. And Karo finding Rotz, who finds Karo immediately. And Karo with a bit of skill. And Karo, more skills by Karo. And Karo through on goal, having a shot into the back of the net. And we're back in this match, courtesy of Denis Karo, who put the moves on the defenders. One defender down. 2, 3. Into the back of the net it goes, and we are back into the match. 1-1 in the 56th minute. Denis Karo. And Taverner passing it to Czerny, but Czerny getting ripped of the ball by Karo, and Karo now bombing it down the left flank, and Karo through two defenders once again, and Karo cutting in, Karo having a shot into the back of the net! And Karo now doing the Macarena with his teammates. And why not? Because now we're up 2-1. And a Cristiano Ronaldo-esque chop. And you bet your ass that Denis Karo learned that during his time at Al Nassr. FC20 finding themselves up 2-1 in the first match of the playoff round of the Europa League. And Raskin with a shot, but Stein is there to pass it to Karo, and Karo passing it to Stein, and this will be a second yellow card for Diomande, and that means 1 + 1 is 2, and that is a red card, baby. And Karo's out here scoring goals, getting people sent off, sent to hell, sent to the gulag. But Barami is there with a shot. Unerstall there with a save. And Kuipers passing it to Karo, who's calling for the ball. And Karo now bombing it down the left flank. And Karo still on the ball with a light pass to Vlop, who finds Karo once again. And Karo is through on goal through the left side. And Karo with a big touch as he cut in. And Bayrami now passing it right to Karo. But unfortunately for Rangers, the match has come to an end, which means we pick up the victory in the first match of the playoff round of the Europa League. We win this match 2-1. Karo with a brace. And we find ourselves in a great position moving forward in this tournament. And taking a look at the results across the board, we have FC20, of course, picking up the 2-1 victory against Rangers. Midgetland struggling against Dynamo Kiev and losing 3-1. We have OGC Nice beating Anderlecht 1-0. We have AZ Alkmaar and Real Sociedad with a 2-2 draw. We have POAK Saloniki with a 1-1 draw with Frankfurt. We have Ajax beating Olympiacos 2-1. We have Olympique Lyon beating WSG Tirol 3-1. We have Besiktas picking up a 2-0 victory over Karabag. And that is the first round of results from the playoff round. And in the next episode, we get to see the second leg of this tie. And heading into match week 23 of the Eredivisie, we have RKC Waalwijk hosting FC20. And we are waiting to get this match started. And here it goes. And Karo immediately chasing the ball. And Zawada passing it to Niemeyer. And Alexander now in acres of space. And Alexander still on the ball. Alexander having a shot, but Unerstall with a great save. And we have Zawada heading the ball to Niemeyer. And Zawada passing it. And Margaret on the ball now, cutting in, passing it to Zawada, who has a shot, but Unerstall with a great save. And we are in trouble in the opening minutes of this match. And Alexander crossing it in. And Unerstall with another fantastic save. And Karo hoping to get the ball, and Karo does get the ball. And Karo now in acres of space. And I'm going to take the ball here, and I'm going to cut in, and I'm going to hammer this into the back of the net. Karo is on fire. Karo is back to his very best. And look at this man just running to the middle of the field because he wants this match to continue. He wants the match to kick off as soon as possible. And what a Thierry Henry-esque goal right there. And Karo just hammering that into the far post. And FC20 now 1-0 in this match. And Sadalek passing it to Aiting, who passes it back to Sadalek. And Sadalek passing it to Karo, and Karo having a shot. But Huen is there with a save. And Karo now looking across this corner in. And Karo's been decent with the corners. But Margaret there to clear it out. But Vlop is having a shot now. And Vani Aima passing it. And Karo passing it to Ross, who passes it to Sadalek. And Sadalek unable to get it to Karo, but Van Rooij does get it to Karo, and Karo's still on the ball. And Karo showing great strength to keep the ball there. And Karo trying to defend. And Karo brings down Alexander, and Karo will pick up a yellow card. Vlop passing it to Karo, and Karo trying some skills, but unable to get past his man. And the first half ends 1-0 in favor of FC20. And look at Karo, looking content. And in the second half, we have Niemeyer on the ball, passing it to Vroeg. And Margaret passing the ball to Zawada. And Zawada getting through our defense. And Zawada on the ball, having a shot, but unable to put it in the back of the net. But Sumare is there to put it into the back of the net. And we find ourselves now level in this match. And Karo needs to dig deep. And here he is passing it to Rats. And Karo on the ball once again. And Karo passing it to Eiting. And Stein passing it to Karo. And Karo now on the ball, through on goal, having a shot into the back of the net. And Denis Karo immediately getting his team the lead back. Another brace for Karo. FC20 once again up in this match. The score is now 2-1, courtesy of another Denis Karo goal. And Karo now on a hat trick. And Niemeyer looking to pass it. And Kajolo passing it to Karo, and Karo passing it to Vlop. And Hilgers threading the ball beautifully to Karo, and Karo now on the ball. Passing it to Stein, who passed it back to Karo, and Karo now on the ball, having a shot, and into the back of the net it goes. Karo with a hat trick, and Karo sliding to the corner and letting them claws go. Rawr! And what a hat trick by Denis Karo. Karo beautifully getting through the defense and having a shot and burying it into the back of the net. Third time putting it past the keeper in this match, completing a beautiful hat trick. And Denis Karo is truly a man in form, scoring 2 goals in the first match of the playoff round of the Europa League, and also scoring a hat trick in this match, and keeping the title charge well alive. And Stein passing it to Rats. Rats passing it to Karo. And Karo with an elastico, passing the ball to Kajolo, who has a shot, but who went with a save. And Zawada passing the ball to Niemeyer. And Zawada with a big touch getting through. And Zawada through on goal, having a shot and burying it into the back of the net. And I gotta applaud the man, because that was a tremendous shot. But unfortunately for his team, they're still down 3-2. And Karo. Pajolo passing it to Karo. And Karo just toying with the defense at this point. And Karo being an absolute bully. And here's Karo swinging in the corner. And Karo now racing to the ball. And Karo with a beautiful touch. And Karo with another beautiful touch. And a left-footed shot. But Huen is there to make the save and rob Karo with a tremendous goal. Oh! And Stein passing it to Karo. And Karo cutting in. Having a shot. But Huen is there with a save. And Karo could have passed it, and look at that. Karo is now injured. And this could be very bad news for the team if Karo is in fact injured. And Sadalek passing it to Stein. And Stein passing it to an injured Karo, who passes it to Ross. And Ross with a shot, but Huen with a save. And Kayolo missing the shot. And we just have half a minute left in this match. And Karo is not subbed off, which means he should be fine to proceed playing going forward. And look, Karo's still running around. He seems to be all right. It might just be a little knock, but our man is okay. And Karo's still on the ball. And Karo will see the end of this match on the field, and we collect a 3-2 victory. And Karo collects another match ball. and Denis Karo with another tremendous performance, and we collect another 3 points, bringing our point tally up to 51, sitting just 3 points behind PSV, who sit at the top of the table. Our record is 23 matches played, 14 wins, 9 draws, and absolutely 0 losses. And that is where we'll end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This has been Dennis from Clowny Wall Gaming. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy today's video. Make sure to have yourself a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Peace!